introduce, we have today Malcolm Loeb, who actually, Malcolm, I think you were the first person to do Friday. Oh, no, you were the second. Cantor Sharon, I think, did it first. But you are definitely you can already see the growth in the Zooms from when you did it the first time to this time. I know with an iPad, it's a little bit different, but we're very honored and humbled that you are returning today to play some music before Shabbat. Today, actually, for those of you who don't know, on the Jewish calendar, we actually begin to listen to the shofar blowing today. So today is day number 1 of the month of Elul, which is the month that precedes the high holidays. It's a day that we begin to do our own little introspection. And as I've always heard, it's a day that we do an inventory of our year. And throughout the month, we do that. And the shofar is there just to help us awaken within us that desire, yearning to be the best person that we can be. So the shofar blowing, maybe I can, maybe I don't have a shofar with me, so I won't be able to do that. But maybe afterwards, I'll see if I can get one over here and blow the shofar. But again, it's not a mitzvah today to listen to the shofar. It's just a custom. But it is a mitzvah to be joyous, and that is where Malcolm comes in, and he'll be able to entertain us with some inspiring songs. I just wanted to make everyone aware, though, of the upcoming events that we have. I'm just grabbing it off my screen. So next week, we do have 3, I'm going to say presentations. On Monday, we have, again, a wellness cheer yoga presentation by Nancy Mendelson. On Wednesday, we have response to violence. It's actually a little training for run, hide, fight, and how it's going to be geared to us. So you might not be the big runner. So how do we prepare, or maybe just a physical inability to run fast? So this will be just another presentation. It will be very interactive. You'll be able to ask questions, how to better prepare in any situation you are. And then next Friday, we have Tiffany Weiss, who many of you know, also a local younger woman who has played for us before. And just to remind everyone, on Tuesday, we have the discussion group on the movie called Outback Rabbis. There will be an email. That's going to be at 11 in the morning, not 12:30. So just putting that out there. But again, thank you very much, Malcolm. I'm going to mute everyone else and give you the floor. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and an early good Shabbos. And in honor of the upcoming high holidays, I'm going to start with a nigun that we call the High Holy Day nigun, which you probably will recognize. Die, 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 And now, appropriately from Psalm 133, how good it is to be together, Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'manai, sheverachim gam yah. Hine Matov u'manai, sheverachim gam yah. how good it is to be together. 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 Matonanaim Deverachim Yad. Be holy, hear the whisper, a quiet, gentle voice. Be holy, hear the whisper that helps us make the choice to be like God. To be like God. Be holy, hear the whisper, present every day. Be holy, hear the whisper, it teaches us the way to be like God. To be like God. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Be holy, hear the whisper that guides each word and deed. Be holy, hear the whisper, reminding us we need to be like God. To be like God. Be holy, hear the whisper, the warmth of love's embrace. Be holy, hear the whisper, giving us the grace to be like God. To be like God. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Be holy, hear the whisper. Be holy, hear the whisper. Be holy. All right, this is a tune called We Return, and it's got Hashki Venu in it. It's composed by Alana Arian and Noah Aronson. Whoa. We return, we return, we return, we return, we return, return again. We return, we return, we return, we return, we return, return again and again to love. We return again to love. We return. We return. We return, return again. We return, we return, we return. We return, return again and again to truth. We return again to Ashkivenu Nadonai Hades we return, we return. We return, return again. We return, we return. We return, return again and again to you. We return, we return, we return. We return, again.
Beautiful. Who did you say was the composer of that one?
Elana Ariane and Noah Aronson.
Are they locals?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is something that we've been singing at our temple for the holidays. All right, I'm going to do an Adon Olam, a Sephardic Adon Olam that I think I played the last time, which was adapted by the Rabbi James Goodman, who is a very close friend of Sanders and a good friend of mine. And I hope you can follow along. I'm only going to sing 2 verses, but I'll start with a Lai chorus. Lai, 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 da, 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 lai, 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 da, 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 lai, lai, da, 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 lai, Yado afiduki perisham ve'aira ve'eluki yaziati Adonai legoira Adon olam Hashem alav b'terem o yetzir nivra le'nasa b'techoto azai melech benoni nikra. Lai 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 And now from the Song of Songs, which we all are familiar with, this is Danny Masseng's version of Dodi Lee. Dodi Lee v'hanilo ha'oel shoshani. Dodi Lee v'hanilo ha'oel shoshani. Hine yafa, rayati, rayati. Hine yafa, enai glori. Dodi li'anilo, ha'oel shoshani. Dodi li v'hanilo ha'shoshani. Hine yafa, rayati, rayati. Hine yafa, enai Dodi ha'oel shoshani. And this is a more meditative tune by the Rabbi Menachem Creditor. It's a play on Olam. And I will build this world from love, and you must build this world. Yes?
Can I jump in for a second? Your previous song, I just want to share, is actually also connected to this month. So there's the month is Elul, right?
Yes.
There's a Jewish teaching that says Elul is 4 Hebrew letters that stands for Ani Lidodi Vidodi Li. I am to
Right.
my love. And so
My
that
love
song,
and my love, yeah.
So that song really professes that love as well. God to the Jewish people to God.
And the king is in the field.
Yes. Sandra, you might have to expound on that a bit in a couple minutes.
I'll let you do it. I just laid it out there for you.
All right, go for it. Sorry.
Go.
No. I'm saying now I want to make sure you knew that was all I was sharing. Go for it.
Olam hesed yibadeh, la da 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 da. Olam hesed yibadeh, la da 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 da. Olam hesed yibadeh, la da da da. Olam chesed yivameh, I will build this world from love. And you must build this world from love. And if we build this world from love, then God will build this world from love. Lam Hesed Yivaneh. Olam Hesed Yivaneh. Olam Hesed Yivaneh. Olam Hesed This is a song adapted from the Chatzi Kaddish. The lyrics were adapted by Dan Nichols. And let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen. May your wonder be celebrated. May your name be consecrated. May your brilliance never fade from the magnificent world you made. May your ways prevail in our own days, in our own lives, and in the life of Israel. And let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen. May your name receive the same beauty that you bring, for you are far beyond the sweetest song we could ever sing. And let us say, Amen. 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 O Zarua Latzadik, O Yisrael Simcha. O Zarua Latzadik, O Yisrael Simcha. O Zarua Latzadik, O Yisrael Simcha. O Zarua Latzadik, Or Zarua Latzadi, Yishvelev Simcha. Or Zarua Latzadi, Yishvelev Simcha. Or Zarua Latzadi, Yishvelev Simcha. Oh, Zarua Latzadi, Yishvelev Simcha. This is another song by Noah Aronson. It's part of the High Holy Day liturgy, Hayom Tematzenu. And this one is a little faster, so we can wake up and sing to it if you want. Amen. 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 Hayom Tematzenu. Amen. 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 Hayom Tematzenu. Amen. Hayom Tematzenu. Amen. Hayom Tegadleinu. Amen. Hayom Tivreshenu Letova. Amen. Hayom Tiktevenu Lechaim Tovim. Amen. 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 Hayom Tematzenu. Amen. Hayom Tikatenu. Amen. Hayom Tikatenu B'Tzitzatzacha. Amen. 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 Hayom Tematzenu. Amen. Oh, amen. Amen. Hayom Tematzenu. Amen. Do we have time for a few more?
Of course.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay. This is from Psalm 98. Zamru Ladonoi Bechinor. Zamru Ladonoi Bechinor. Bechinor Bechol Zimra. Betetzot Bechol Shofar. Harinu Lifnei Melech Adonai. Yiram Hayam Umelo. Evel Beyosheva. Meharod Yimtautam Yakar Harim Yirameinu. Lifnei Adonai Kiva Yishpot ישפוט שפל בצדק, ועמי במי השערים. ירם הים ומלואו, תבל ויושביה. ההרות יטהרו קו יערים ירננו, יערים ירננו. And I think we should do a Debbie Friedman tune, so I'm going to do Lechi Lach. Lechi Lach, to a plain that I will show you. Lech Lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechi Lach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. Lechi Lach, Lechi Lach, and I shall make your name great. Lech Lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechi Lach, to that place that I will show you. Blessing Kadmona, blessing Kadmona, blessing Kadmona, Lechi Lach. And you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi Lach. Okay, I have one more that I want to do. And this is not part of the traditional liturgy, but I think it's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song for Shabbat. And it's a beautiful song for the times that we live in and the world that we're trying to make. This is from Fiddler on the Roof. This is the Sabbath prayer. May the Lord protect and defend you. May He always shield you from shame. May you come to be in paradise a shining. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen them, O Lord, and keep them from the stranger's way. May God bless you and grant you long life. May the Lord fulfill our Sabbath prayer. May God make you good mothers and wives. May He send you husbands who will care. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from pain. Favor them, O Lord, with happiness and praise. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer. Oh, Good Shabbos to all. It's been an honor.
Thank you. This was beautiful.
Thank you.
Just a little inspiration that someone was privately asking me if it was crazy weather outside by me. And of course, I think it was by everyone. But there was a text that I read from Professor Dr. Jonathan Sarna, if anyone is familiar with him. And he talks about the history of the Jews in America. And one of the things that he writes about is that in the early days of America, when Jews were living, on the East Coast and the seaboard, when there were crazy, crazy storms like we had last night, it said, he wrote that they would open up their windows and call out, "Where is Mashiach?" Because, this great thunder and storm is the way they anticipated the coming of the Messianic era. I was just thinking about that last night. It's an interesting thought that, first of all, it's an interesting way to live, of course, that we look at signs and we say this is a Messianic introduction to a new era of everything good and peace and no worries of illness. But I just thinking about the storms yesterday reminded me of that passage that I read in his text. It's just something to think about when we have our monsoons. Stan and Betty, you don't know what I'm talking about because you weren't here last night. But we had some crazy, crazy weather last night, like the monsoons of old. I guess, Nicole, you too, you weren't here. But it's just an interesting time. And going back to what Sandra was talking about, you're talking about we're in the month right before the high holidays and before Rosh Hashanah. And there is a teaching, this is what Sander had alluded to. There's a teaching that says there's a parable that the king is in the field. All year round, the king has guards, he's in the palace. We obviously don't necessarily relate to a king as much because kings of flesh and blood, the way they used to be, truly had the power to end someone's life on a whim. So even our president doesn't have that type of a role. So what they actually said, which is a really interesting thing, that when the era of aristocrats and true kings ended, today you don't really find any real kings. We lost a very important parable in Jewish teachings, because in Jewish teachings we always talk about God, and we say that the closest we can get to sort of understanding that awe, that fear, that connection, that disconnect is by contemplating how it is with the king of flesh and blood, where they have the power to give me a second. That's my phone. Hold on. That's my house phone ringing on my computer. That basically they have the power of life and death in their hands, right? We always watch it in the movies, off with his head. It's like, and that's what would happen. So we really don't understand the magnitude of a king of God, because we don't understand the magnitude of a king of flesh and blood, which obviously pales in comparison to God. But the idea being that throughout the year, we do know, like this part of the parable, we can use the White House. We have no access to the president if we wanted to, whoever the president was. I mean, there's huge fences, there's guards, there's so many mechanisms to keep us away from the president. So the way that the month of Elul, the current month that we're in, is there's a parable that says the king is in the field. Throughout the year, you can't get access to the king. But there was times that the king would go out in the field. The king would be accessible to the commoners. And that's really what this month is. It's not just a month that we talk about introspection of how I've done the past year, but there's something even more than that. And that is that God wants to be close to us. And we just have to go and greet him and become close. That's a tremendous teaching that you'll find about this month. It's not about banging on your chest and saying how bad you were, but it's about wanting to become close and acting upon that. We don't have to focus on the negative. We can focus on this closeness. So that was what Sander was alluding to. And he said, the king is in the field. A lot of the songs that you played today, Malcolm, were connected to this high holiday season and to this month that we're in, which is beautiful.
Right.
Even the tshuva song that you did is tshuva is all about being close,
Right.
not necessarily about sin. So it's a beautiful, I'm going to say, selection and choices. I personally, it resonated with me and talked to me a lot. So thank you.
Thank you.
Now, if anyone has anything they would like to share, and Malcolm, maybe you have something you want to share, an inspiration.
No, in this time, I'm used to singing in a choir, and we had to make adjustments. So we're going to do a virtual choir, which we've already recorded individually, and then it's all going to be blended together. So it's a great joy to sing for people, even if we're not in the same room.
Right. The mix master is going to have the hardest job.
Yes, that's our cantor is really going for it.
Did you have to use I forgot what it's called for the pace of your music? Did you have to
like a click track.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. And everybody sang separately. And so hopefully the timing will all be, on point.
I guess you'll find out.
We will.
You'll have to wait for the final product. That's really beautiful. But today was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure.